Kim Johan was different. He wasn't like the other children at the orphanage. He lived in a small, quiet orphanage nestled between rolling green hills, a place that seemed almost forgotten by the world. Johan had never met his parents, but he had dreams, big dreams that filled his heart with hope and determination. He dreamt of bright lights and cheering crowds, of a life far beyond the confines of the orphanage. He dreamt of scoring goals and lifting trophies, of becoming a hero on the soccer field. Most of all, he dreamt of making something of himself, of proving that he was more than just an orphan. The orphanage was home to many children, and Johan was one of the youngest. He often felt small and insignificant among the older kids. The older children often picked on him, teasing him about his old shoes and worn-out clothes, making him feel even more out of place. But Johan never let their words bring him down. He had a resilience that was rare for someone his age. He had a fire in his heart, a burning desire to prove them wrong, to show them that he was destined for greatness. He knew he was special, even if they couldn't see it. He believed in himself, and that belief kept him going. Every night, Johan would lie awake in his bed, sharing a room with 5 other boys. The room was small and cramped, but it was the only home he knew. He would stare at the ceiling and imagine himself on a football pitch, the roar of the crowd echoing in his ears. He could almost hear the roar of the crowd, feel the soft grass beneath his feet, and see the bright lights shining down on him. In his dreams, he was no longer just an orphan. He was a star, a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. He knew that one day, his dreams would become reality. School was a challenge for Johan. He struggled to keep up with his classmates. The words on the pages seemed to swim before his eyes, and numbers danced in his head, refusing to make sense. The teachers, busy with so many other children, had little time to help him. Johan felt like an outsider, always on the fringes, never truly belonging. He longed for a friend, someone who understood him, someone who could see past his shabby clothes and see the dreams that burned bright within him. But for now, he was alone. Lunchtime was the worst. Johan would sit alone eating the simple meal provided by the orphanage. He would watch the other children laugh and play together. He wished he could join them, be a part of their games, but he was too shy, too afraid of being rejected. Johan found solace in soccer. It was more than just a game. It was his refuge, his sanctuary from the harsh realities of life. Every spare moment he had, he would sneak away to the dusty field behind the orphanage. This field, with its uneven ground and sparse grass, became his haven. It was his sanctuary, his escape from the loneliness that haunted him. Here, he could forget about the world and lose himself in the rhythm of the game. With a battered old ball at his feet, he felt free. The weight of his worries lifted as he dribbled, each touch of the ball a step closer to freedom. He would dribble the ball for hours, practicing his moves. The repetitive motion was meditative, a way to channel his energy and focus his mind. He imagined himself as his heroes, weaving through defenders, the crowd on their feet. In his mind, he was unstoppable, a champion in the making. He would kick the ball against the old, crooked goalpost, the sound of the impact music to his ears. Each thud was a reminder of his progress, his dedication. He practiced until the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. The changing colors of the sky mirrored his evolving skills and growing confidence. Johan's love for soccer burned brighter with each passing day. It was a flame that refused to be extinguished, no matter the challenges he faced. It was more than just a game to him. It was a lifeline, a way to connect with something greater than himself. It was his passion, his lifeline. The field was where he felt most alive, where his dreams took flight. He poured all his energy, all his frustration, all his dreams into those solitary practice sessions. Each session was a step towards his goal, a testament to his unwavering determination. He was determined to be the best, to prove to everyone, but most of all to himself, that he was worthy. The dusty field was his proving ground, a place where he could transform his dreams into reality. One day, everything changed for Johan. Johan was practicing his dribbling, lost in his own world, when he heard a voice calling out to him. "You're pretty good," the voice said. Johan looked up, startled and curious. Standing at the edge of the field was an older boy, observing him with keen interest. He was tall and lean, with a friendly smile that put Johan at ease. The older boy introduced himself as Junseo, a name that would soon become very familiar to Johan. Junseo lived in the town near the orphanage and played for the local youth soccer team, a team that was well known in the area. Junseo was genuinely impressed by Johan's skills, which were evident even in his solo practice. He saw the raw talent that Johan possessed, the passion that burned in his eyes, and the potential that was just waiting to be nurtured. Without hesitation, he invited Johan to come and train with his team, believing that Johan could benefit greatly from structured training. Johan was hesitant at first, unsure of what to expect. He had never played on a team before and was used to practicing alone, in his own world where he felt safe and in control. His solitary practice sessions were his escape, a place where he could lose himself in the rhythm of the game. The thought of playing with other boys who might judge him for his clothes or his background, filled him with anxiety and self-doubt. But Junseo's encouragement, his belief in Johan's abilities, and the prospect of playing organized soccer were too tempting to resist. It was an opportunity for Johan to grow, to challenge himself, and to find a sense of belonging that he had never experienced before.